What up? Paul George is joining the Philadelphia 76ers on a $212 million deal over 4 years. I can't say that I didn't expect this, but it is pretty wild that it happened this quickly. I mean, I didn't think he was going to, stay waiting around in free agency, waiting for, someone to make a move before him. I think pretty much everyone was on the same, kind of wavelength that Paul George was going to decide when a lot of other moves start getting made. So I'm glad they finally made the move. We'll probably see a lot of other stuff kind of open up now, and see other people start signing in other places. But besides Paul George, I mean, the Sixers have signed a couple of other good players, in my opinion. They signed Andre Drummond to back up Joel Embiid. They got Eric Gordon from the Suns on a minimum contract. So they're building pieces. I mean, they're definitely putting together a better team than they had last year. But I still think like none of this really matters unless Joel Embiid is healthy. And because if you don't have Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey and Paul George are going to win you games, but they're not going to win you a championship. And Paul George isn't the healthiest person either. He misses time here and there as well. He's not as bad as, in terms of missing time as, Kawhi Leonard, his former Clipper teammate, but he's aging. He's 34 years old. When this contract is up, he's going to be 38 years old. So it's going to be an interesting, 4 years. But I think if Philly doesn't win in the next 2 years, they're probably going to regret making this signing, which is unfortunate because I think Paul George is a really good player. I think he just needs to be in the right situation at this point in his career. So, we'll see what happens, but I'm definitely excited about this. I think he's going to look pretty cool on the 76ers roster. I think it's going to be, a lot better than Tobias Harris. I mean, Tobias Harris was just terrible in the playoffs last year. Not that they made it very far, but I don't even really know what was going on. I feel like he just had a very sharp decline. But he signed with the Pistons today, so that's an interesting storyline too. People willingly going to the Pistons, but maybe he wants to be, good stats on a bad team type of guy. Who knows? But Paul George to the 76ers, going to be an interesting mix in the Eastern Conference for next season.